Smith, the Leader of the Council, Councillor Pandor.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, and welcome to your term of office. I hope you have a good year. Councillor Pandor, can you explain what steps the Council has taken to try and avert industrial action by refuse collectors in South Kirklees? How confident are you that there will be no further action?
Thank you, Councillor Smith, for that very important question. It's unfortunate that we were in a situation we found ourselves in last week, Madam Mayor. What I'll try and do is I'll try and go through very quickly. I'm conscious of time in terms of what our officers have done. I think first I'd like to thank all the staff who have worked really, really hard and continue to work hard to provide a service to all our residents. The history is quite complex, but what I'll do is I'll try and cover it very succinctly, Madam Mayor. Before Christmas, disputes started, and a lot of time and resource went in by our management to actually try and work up some solution with our union, namely Unison. 2 meetings were held, Madam Mayor, with ACAS. The first meeting that was held with ACAS went pretty well. They had an agreement in place, and everything seemed to be okay, because at the first meeting the strike was suspended, and it looked like we were going to actually have a way forward, which I believe we did. Very quickly, things deteriorated and talks broke down. And as soon as the talks broke down, we had a second meeting that took place, and the second meeting looked it was going to be really fruitful. But again, what happened was, due to unjustifiable reasons, the unions walked out. We just couldn't understand why they walked out, because I've looked at all the evidence, and there is no rationale or any evidence that I would believe that management were in anything untowards. Actually, the evidence suggests that it was some of our managers who were being indirectly bullied, but I don't want to go into too much around that. Anyway, what happened was the Unison and the unions met, and the strike action ballot took place, and we found ourselves in an unfortunate situation of the strike going ahead on the 9th of July. But having said that, management was still very, very confident and very sort of like hard-working to actually meet a day before strike action took place. Fortunately, they did meet a day before, and they met with the regional joint secretaries and all the unions, and an agreement was reached, and the agreement was accepted by the unions and our management. But unfortunately, when the unions went back to their members, the members voted that they actually want to go on strike. We asked, is there anything that we can do? And the answer again was that they had no real reason to actually stop the strike action going forward. So we found ourselves in a situation where the unions had no justifiable reason. They had a mandate to strike, and they actually went on strike. They've gone back to work now, but what I have been advised is they are going to meet again on Friday, and again our management is very, very clear in terms of what the offer is. The offer is actually being accepted by all the unions, and we are hopeful that the proposal we have makes sense, and they actually address the 2 issues around holiday pay, which was mentioned earlier on, and the issue around how do we actually manage that holiday pay, and how do we actually manage the process of getting extra workers in. And again, all that has been agreed. There is a paper which actually highlights a lot more detail. What I'll ask Richard to do is email that tomorrow morning, so all the members have that in sight. I don't think it's a secret document, but I think all the details and all the negotiations that have taken place, it's important that every single member in this room sees what's been happening, so we can share that with them. I'm hopeful that on Friday talks commence, agreements are reached, and we have a resolution that moving forward we have a better relationship with our trade unions and our staff. Namely, in this particular situation, it's Unison who's actually the main union who's actually called the strike ballot. Madam Mayor, strike and stopping services is no good to anybody. As members, we're not management, we're not staff. We're here to actually provide a service and meet the needs of all our residents. So I'd like to once again thank all our staff and the senior management who have actually been working really, really hard, very tirelessly to make things work. And I will update you further as the situation develops. Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Thank you, Councillor Pandor. Councillor Smith, do you have a supplementary?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I'd just like to say that there's a very long-winded response to a fairly straightforward question. We've heard a lot about this. I've been following this very closely in the Examiner, and we've seen an awful lot of effort put into this by the officers, the Chief Exec and Carl Battersby, which has got to be commended. But the question needs to be asked. You mentioned 2 meetings with ACAS. You keep using words like we, they and us. Now, which is it? Is it we, is it they, or is it us? I mean, specifically, what has the Kirklees political leadership been doing to avert this strike action? So are you attending these meetings with ACAS? Are you going to this meeting on Friday? You know, to me, what's happening is that the officers are doing all the work and the Labour Party are hiding behind their relationship with the unions and doing nothing about it. What are you doing about it, Councillor Pandor? Personally?
Thank you, Councillor Smith. Councillor Pandor, please.
Thank you, Councillor Smith. Madam Mayor, I actually mentioned earlier on that I'm not part of management and I'm not a member of staff. I'm here, elected, like he is, to serve the majority of the community, or every single person in the community.